couple minutes. Can somebody
Okay.
check the YouTubes and make sure it's working?
I can do it.
Oh, let Dan. Look, Tom. What's that guy named? Tom.
Tom.
Jesus Christ.
It's Tom. Tom is his name.
Tommy.
I ask
don't know,
so
is it Tommy?
little.
It's Tommy.
So
Yeah,
little.
it's working.
You said it's running, Tom?
Mm-hmm. Should probably look at stuff and
Yeah.
things.
Tom, you said it's running?
Mm-hmm.
Things aren't important, Tom. It's fine.
All right, well, I can't hear any of you now, which is
What?
hilarious.
Well,
You can't hear us?
I can hear you.
Hold on, let me switch headphones.
Switch headphones. What decade is this guy living in? This is what we get for having a Gen Xer on the show.
Boink.
Adam, why does your shirt say they speak the language of the dead?
Are you sure that's what it says?
Well,
Yeah.
there it goes.
He can't hear you, so it's...
No, I know.
Well, I can now.
Oh, you
Why does your shirt say they speak the language of the dead? Or the tongue of the dead?
Who, mine?
Yeah. What's
You're
with
the
the
only
shirt?
person with that shirt on.
Say, huh?
Oh my god.
I am? Well, I don't know. What does Vivant mean?
I'm pretty sure it means they speak.
Is
I know
it
it's
speak or bring or live?
God damn it! You're gonna make me check my fucking.
He is, yes.
Or revive? What do you say, John?
I don't know. I never took Latin. I took
I don't
Spanish
either.
because it was easier.
So I took Spanish. I got a B.
What? How'd you get B's in Spanish? I got A's in all my Spanish classes.
Oh, I'm stupid.
Because I didn't care.
I took way too much liberty with that. The translation is "Long live dead languages."
Okay.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it makes sense now, right? That's why I bought it.
Apparently. Okay. Just tell me if you don't want to wait
And that's
for
why
him.
it's in Latin. I did buy a shirt in Japanese that says I can't read Japanese.
Nice.
At least I hope that's what it says.
I hope that's what it says, too.
Because I can't read Japanese.
I always like that trend of the people of that, like the meme trend for people who like have putting like Chinese or Japanese letters on themselves, right, tattooed, and then they're,
Oh.
like then you have the people who are Japanese or Chinese with like water tattooed on them.
Yeah.
You know, like literally the word water, but I mean not really, just to make fun of it. I always enjoy that. Your dumb shirt reminds me of that.
Oh, well, I'm glad.
Good.
I'm glad for that.
You did something to help the enjoyment of others today.
It's educational.
Who
And
would have ever
I
guessed?
let Tom use a lost, a
His lost
very
art.
not very often used skill.
Well, and failing at it, considering I completely misread all of that tense. I mean, I mistranslated vivare. It was completely in the wrong conjugation. I think the only
Okay,
thing
I have
I
no
got right
idea.
was dead in language, and I didn't even get it right those ways.
I mean, we'll forgive you. It's okay.
Well, I'm just glad someone was able to read it.
I mean, I knew it was Latin, and I knew two of the three meant in general. So there you go.
2 out of 3.
It's true. You did better than the rest of us, Tom.
Okay, well. Yeah, I just assumed what it said just from the ad for it. So
Well, all right then.
just like I can't read Japanese shirt, I'm assuming that's what it says until I ask someone that knows Japanese or that can read Japanese.
I have a shirt that has like Boo from the Mario games, and underneath it it's I think it's Japanese. I won't even pretend to know that I think it's Japanese. And I'm fairly certain it just says Boo. And the only confidence I have in that is because it was an officially licensed Mario product at Universal Studios, and I'm pretty sure that would have gotten QA'd.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like me walking around with a shirt with like the picture of the Boo Ghost, and it just says "come" like right underneath
Oh
it or
boy.
something.
Damn.
Oh
Okay.
boy. We went straight for it, boys.
We're not even officially like in the show yet.
Yikes.
Damn.
Going straight for it.
Yeah.
Well, the chat says, "Wow, Tom's on," and I hear Tom.
I hear Tom. I can hear now.
Ish
since I
is the
switched
only one
headphones.
that makes that joke consistently, and he does it every time he logs into the show, of which I'm also on.
Are you trying to say that you
The fact-
and Ish are only ever on the show together?
No, it's just more about Ish needs to write new material, and I don't understand
Damn.
this crowd dissociation of, oh, Tom's never on.
That's harsh.
When I've been on the last fucking 12 episodes. Like,
Well, Ish has a lot of time on his hands still, so.
right, which means he should have more time to get it right.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
I love you, Ish.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good person.
I didn't say that. I just said I love him.
I know. I said it.
He works in the entertainment industry. How can he be a good person, from what the media tells me?
What are you talking about? They all have like their neat signs and stuff, and they're doing the Lord's work. Fighting the man. Trying to keep him down, keep him from making money, because the man sucks.
Well, one third of them are back to work.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I guess
Hopefully he'll
Ish.
get back to
I
work.
don't know, Ish. Are you in one of the unions? I don't know.
No, but he's affected by it.
Right, but
Mm-hmm.
But he needs both of them back, not just
yeah,
one.
yeah. But he
Yeah.
wouldn't have been like out on the picket line. I think is what I'm saying.
No,
He-
they don't have.
You know that meme of like the kid
His
being
license
praised for
over.
swimming, the kid treading water, and then the skeleton underwater. The skeleton underwater is all the support industries to Hollywood that no one gives a shit about.
that don't have a union.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they do have a union, but no one cares. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you have a union.
It's
That's
just saying I
nice.
should be specifying which industry, and like that's bold of you to assume I know enough to specify an industry.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it, right? You've got writers and actors, and those are the two that everybody thinks of and knows about Hollywood. Obviously, there's the high god elite echelon of producers, right?
Right.
The
There's
Illuminati.
the directors union, but yeah.
There's the directors union. But then,
That-
what about like construction? What about production? What about catering? What about VFX? What about sound editing, sound design? There's so many more technical elements that come into,
Yeah,
production.
what about the catering?
I
That's the
don't know,
most
bro.
important
you're,
part.
You're using a lot of
Dude.
terms I don't understand.
I understand it all because I used to work in the entertainment industry.
John, did you just cut off the bottom part of your shirt? I know things, and now it's just I drink. What is this ignorant noise you're coming
I
at me
think
with
that's
today?
perfect.
It's there. It says I drink and I know things. You just can only see the part.
No,
that
it
says I drink.
just he drinks. And that's you can stop that.
It's fine. It's fine.
He drinks.
Yeah, the shirt just slowly, for some reason, the print fades from the bottom up as you age.
What do you do,
Just-
John? I drink.
I drink.
That's all you need to know.
I mean, that's
I'm in
kind of
Okay,
all I
we-
do recently,
we-
so it's fine.
Well, we start whenever, John.
Okay. We're just gonna go with that,
Officially
Danny.
start. Yeah, he'll show up eventually. I'm hoping.
All right, ready?
Fingers crossed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're on.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of TFG Radio. Tonight, to start the show, we have myself, Adam, John on the Wheels of Steel,
Hello.
Tom. So we now have Tom and John on the same show
But
at
no
the same
Danny.
time,
But,
but no
Danny.
Danny. Danny's not with us today, for now. We'll see. to be continued.
Yeah,
Lot of
he's like
caveats.
he's like still with us, as in like alive. He's just not with us, as in like tonight. Just in case anybody was
I'm gonna-
worried.
I'm gonna represent his interests by commenting, "Am I really alive?"
I mean, I was thinking that. Biologically, he is.
Yes.
By the strictest medical terms necessary.
At least you didn't use a Nietzsche
Yes.
quote. Nietzsche's.
You could say
Nachos?
Nietzsche or
No,
Nietzsche.
Net.
It's
Nietzsche.
Nietzsche. You could say I've heard Nietzsche. I don't care. I've heard
I've heard
I've heard Nietzsche.
I want to read some Nietzsche while eating some
Nietzsche.
nachos.
Yeah.
I don't like that guy. That guy's a prick.
Yeah.
Well, he's partially responsible for the subconscious philosophy of most of modern society, so.
So incels?
No, they're just the loud part that doesn't really get it.
Jesus.
What? I'm sure they're part of our fan base. I mean, maybe not anymore, but they were up until a minute
pretty
ago.
Sure they are, but yeah.
I mean, we've said some shit.
Yeah, I think they've left us a long time ago. They probably left right around the same time as those racist dudes who came on because we had the flag behind us that one episode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was...
Hey, what kind of a podcast is this? Not the one you're thinking it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have that flag stored away now.
Yeah. TFG Radio, what is that German for Night of Broken Podcasts?
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Wow, okay.
I went deep on that one. I'm happy with it.
I like it.
know.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
So we have a few things going on.
Hey, somebody joined.
Just in time.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey, man. We're already live, just so you
There
know.
is his body.
That's fine.
Okay. Just want to make sure you know before you say anything. We did just get done lambasting incels again.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, I missed it. Fucking
Yeah.
kids.
I also, as per usual, represented your interests. When Adam said that you were alive, I said only in the strictest medical terms.
Yes, it's very true. Look, by other more refined cultures, I'm sure I'm dead on several levels. That's all I'm saying. But yeah.
Very
Anyway, so
stagey.
how are you?
We're fine here now. Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Had to tee it up.
boring
It's
conversation anyway.
it's been what 3? It's been 3 weeks. We
3
had
weeks,
a sick
yeah.
week because nobody could be on last week.
Well,
Mainly
only the
two
creative
IT
department.
guys.
Look, man, well, we got lives
The
and
two
stuff.
IT guys couldn't be on. Whatever.
Yeah, we were on strike.
I haven't even played Baldur's
In
Gate in 3
solidarity.
weeks. Yeah, it's in solidarity for Ish and his people.
Yep.
Although
John,
we already
what-
established
what-
he's not protesting, but that's fine.
John, what have
because
you
you
not
got
played
it
for
in
3
the-
weeks?
Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
4
Yeah.
weeks, actually, I think.
finished.
I
I haven't played in a while
finished
either.
my third
yesterday.
playthrough,
I haven't been able to.
Adam.
and I think I'm at. So now I have to go to and start adding in mods.
Oh, you're on the mod playthrough now? Damn.
Well, no, I have to get some. There's not a lot out there right now, and a lot of them are more like adding like races in. There's one I think that expands your party, so you can have more than just 3 people.
I kind of want to do that one, just because I would kind of love to roll around with the whole group.
With the whole group.
I feel like
did
that'd be a
find
lot
out
of fun.
how to keep Karlak alive yet still fulfill Will's obligation.
Really?
So there's a
Why don't
there's a
you
trick
just
for
kill
that.
Will?
Yeah, right. That's the
you
weak
kill,
link there.
You kill Karlak and then you revive her basically after the meeting with Azora.
We just kill Will.
Yeah.
In the
This
initial
is the
meeting.
simplest answer.
You just
First
don't
of
use
all-
you just don't use your perception stuff to like convince him that she's fine, and you side with her and you kill Will.
First of all, Will's the only traditional person of color in that roster, so let's tread carefully here.
I wasn't
It
going
has
to say
nothing
it.
to do. It has
But-
nothing to do with Will. It has everything to do with Karlak being
That's-
better than Will.
That's fair.
Yeah, how dare you?
Why not both?
How
Why can't you keep
I mean,
both?
I've managed to keep both. I have both in my party. I
how
managed to get both.
dare you
What I'm thinking of,
insinuate that I only want to get rid of Will because he's not white? I'm playing a
'Cause it makes-
pink-skinned orc.
nice.
Kara Quinn wants to know how come all our walls are white. Because we live in California.
Because we all
Yeah.
rent.
Yeah.
Because none of us own these places we dwell in. Because it's California, and 3 of the 4 of
Yeah.
us are millennials.
That shade should be a dead ringer that I rent this house.
I mean, mine's actually like an off like pink in the room I'm in, and I quasi own this place, but half own this place, so
That's why it's
just 'cause,
that's why it's only half white.
kind of.
Jesus.
I mean, there's definitely
Mine-
some white rooms in here, but
Mine is white, but I was too lazy to change it.
I mean, that checks. That checks out.
because I don't care. I don't care enough to.
I'm not usually in this room. I'm in my other room, but it was hell putting my kids to bed tonight, and I just didn't feel like cleaning off the table. So I'm like, I'm going to sit here on the couch.
Seems fair.
Yeah, I was going to build Von Ryan's Leapers so I can get my Tyranid Vanguard army going. I'm like, well, not tonight. I'm just going to drink heavily.
There we go.
Yeah. What is it? Just to finish the Baldur's Gate conversation, I'm running my Dark Urge Paladin. Maybe he gets redeemed playthrough right now. And then the third one will be Evil Monk. Doesn't have anybody of the main characters in her party, only uses hirelings and don't care if they die.
Ooh, okay.
Good.
I'm probably going to run Monk and get the mod that lets me put everybody at the same time.
See, if I do that again, I'm just replaying probably my first playthrough almost to the letter again. My Street Urchin Rogue with a Heart of Gold. That was my first playthrough.
Nice.
I think I'll do Monk.
Dude, the Dark Urge playthrough is interesting, even when you try to resist. It's got some unique stuff going on.
Well, I'm not going to resist.
That's kind of what I'm going to do with the third one. I'm going to be a Dark Urge monk who's just like, I love killing.
Here I go, killing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Dark Urge is also going to be a bard just because I've gotten used to being able to convince everybody to do whatever I want.
See, I can do that with a paladin. I just intimidate people now instead of persuade them. It's kind of nice.
Oh, yeah, intimidation. I just punch people in the face. It's easier that way. Less talking, more punching. So, like I said, it's been 3 weeks since our last episode. We had the Tyranid Codex drop, which Danny has played once, twice?
Three times?
A lady? How many times?
A lady?
No, 3 times. Yeah, it's fine. I haven't played with Vanguard or Swarm yet, so hopefully I will get to test that soon.
What a ringing endorsement.
I mean, it's got more options than the Index. I don't know if it's markedly stronger than the Index, to be fair. Tyranids are really good at fixed missions. They're really good at secondaries still, so, that's good. They're not very punchy. And, there's some killy stuff, but, the Norns are beautiful models. I love them, but they're not worth their points. Pretty much almost all the monsters except for Heraspexes are not worth their points. So I think Vanguard could be fun for early pressure and board control, and just try to score big on turn 2 and 3 and really stymie your opponent and max your secondaries and win that way. Or Swarm can do the same thing, I guess, but it's not as enjoyable for me because the whole jujitsu style, I kind of control the mission and choke you out stuff isn't that engaging to play at the end of the day. I like to blow shit up, and I like to charge and have fun, and Tyranids just don't excel at that because our damage output isn't that great, and melee sucks, especially when our best damage dealers are generally melee monsters, which can just get shot anyway, so who cares? Right? So it's not like I said, it's fine. I don't think there's a lot of room to complain in terms of having decent builds, but I don't think it's, like I said, it's not much of a jump over the Index. It's, Invasion Fleet's still a really good, detachment to you. So you can still lean on that.
Well, hopefully as more codexes come out, they're more on that level, as opposed to being what we had about a couple months ago with Eldar. With Eldar, Grey Knights, Custodes and Imperial Knights, dominating just the way because of the rules were. Overall, it's only been 2 weeks, so there's still not a lot of data to gauge how the meta really is, but it seems to be shaking up a little more leveled out. With a lot of different armies. Votan won a tournament, won a GT, so Chaos won a GT. Eldar is still strong, but they're not winning as many GTs as they did in the past. So,
how did Flying Monkey go? I didn't really look too deep.
There were issues with the standings at the end due to BCP. So it's I think they had to correct a few of the placings, both for Lord Marshall and for the tournament as a whole. But that was still Eldar on top, with I believe it was Ben Sherwin winning that tournament. And right now, this week, starting I believe today, is the London Grand Tournament. So that's starting this weekend, and that would be a good gauge of where everything is at right now. So we'll see as the weeks go on. Before we get to the next balanced data slate, we'll see what how things shake out again. But for the short term, it looks like, I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not the blowout where all 50 tournaments were won by one or two armies. So it looks like there's a better mix of armies getting the top spots, and people seem to be high on Votan and Tau. I played against Tom's Tau on Tuesday, and it's just so many models. It's just he had at least twice as many models as I had.
It was kind of nice, actually.
It was bullshit.
Nah. I like it. This is the content I'm here for.
Yeah, it was a lot. And we played the mission where it was you had to roll a 3 or better to get your reserves in. I called it on basically top of 2 because I didn't get any of my reserves in, and I only had like 4 units on the table, so we knew where that was going to happen. So we got to cut out early and let Danny get a nice dinner.
I mean, I was going to do that anyway. You all just joined me.
Nah.
I know, but we had to go earlier than we normally go. So
It's true.
it was fine. But but Monkey still had Eldar, which was one of the few Eldar winners out there. So it looks like there's some adjustments being made with the meta in general. So it seems to be working, but we'll know more, especially with this weekend as we go along. So again, for Flying Monkey, it was Eldar Tyranids for top 3.
Right.
With only the one undefeated, one true undefeated. The other one was 5-0-1, and the rest of the top 10 was Dark Angels, Space Marines, Eldar, CSM, and the Tau, and then Knights.
Tau and then Knights.
Yeah. And they were using the balanced data slate. This is the second weekend, I believe, where everyone's using the new data slate, balanced data slate. Warzone Houston was Tau, Guard, CSM, Death Guard, Necrons.
Okay.
And then Death Guard, GSC, Space Marines, Space Wolves, Drukhari, and Custodes for round out the 10. A GT in France was CSM, Eldar, Space Marines, Sisters, Votan, Necrons, Votan, Death Watch, Guard, and Sisters.
Okay.
And then there was one in Norway that was Votan, Tyranids, Orcs, Tau, were top 5.
Time to break out that Votan is what I'm hearing.
One in England, one in England was Death Watch, Guard, both 5-0. Then Death Guard, World Eaters, Chaos Knights, Space Marines, Custodes, Admech, Necrons, Space Marines.
How the hell World Eaters get there? But I'm glad I predicted the Death Guard supremacy.
Trying to see. It was from 2 weekends ago, so I don't know. But even then, they played with the new data slate. And then one in Australia, which was Necrons, Custodes, Eldar, Orcs, Death Guard. and then Chaos Knights, Chaos Demons, Space Marines, CSM, and Thousand Suns.
Okay.
That's relatively a healthy meta. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of Votann in there, a lot of Death Guard. But, the fact that you're seeing other factions even pop up, I mean, how often did we see that pre-data slate where it wouldn't just be exclusively like Eldar Custodes, right? Like at the top 10.
It looks like, because I'm looking at other events, because there's a lot of them. It looks like if there's, the most I see is 2 Eldar armies in the top 10. When before it would be like 6, 7, or 8 in the top 10. So I mean, again, we'll continue to see how it goes going forward, but it seems it seems like Death Guard, Votann, Imperial Guard are getting a boost from all this.
Makes sense.
Which means we have a new bottom of the barrel, which is Drukhari.
Yeah, well, they had their moment in the sun and then never again.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll
back
see.
to Kamara with you.
I mean, I am excited to play with Votann, especially since Tom has pretty much a full Votann army. So I'm going to try and get a couple reps with that just to see what the ballyhoo is about.
Should be fun, right?
Yeah,
it's just
Tom
a lot of shots.
Yeah, Tom has a good variety of armies, even though he probably never realized he did have it.
Well, it's one of those things where I just constantly forget about it because I'm always so focused on one army, and then I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh man, that army looks so good, and then I'm like, oh wait, I have that?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, when did I get that army?
Dang, okay.
Well, it's because I do the opposite of John. I hold on to things, I never sell them.
Yeah, that's not me.
That's why I
John
have
is
my
mercenary.
soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm no mercy, no interest, no nothing. Get out. Get the hell out.
Yeah, so we'll see how all that goes. We've also now seen the on Sunday it was announced that pre-orders for the Space Marine stuff goes up on Saturday. Today is Thursday, the day we're recording this.
All right.
So get ready for the avalanche of content of all the people who got advanced copies putting out their reviews and hot takes.
Yeah, which is basically this Saturday at 10, I think it's 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. I don't know.
All I know is it is very, very strange to me that there's a new Space Marine Codex coming out, and we've only had 1 day of rules preview. When in prior editions for other codexes, even Tyranids, just recently, we got multiple days of like, little rules tidbits, because it's usually like 2 days of rules, a paint day, a model review day, and then there you go. That's 5 days that fills out the news week. Saturday.
So the rules are either broken or garbage.
Exactly, and I'm wagering hot garbage. I am wagering hot garbage because the rule previews they did do are very melee oriented, and melee is awful. So,
I mean, melee infantry can get work done, right? Because they can't get shot. If they can kill off enough stuff where they're not going to get hurt back, right? Like, and can kind of take objectives. Like, there's play there if you have resilient, decently hitting, or at least cost-effective, like, infantry melee. So that, if that works, but, losing, like, Oath of, like, to where it's down to, okay, reroll the hits, and, that's it. Like, unless there are some big changes, nothing at the stat lines of a lot of units make me scared to, like, fight them.
yeah,
Right.
I was already thinking of leaning Tau again because I'd played so many games of Space Marines against you and Adam where I just felt like completely useless turn 2. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm a garbage player. Like, I know I am not very good at this game. But, like, even at times where I'm not, I feel like I still have some agency. And I'm like, man, I just feel like I can't get anything done, or I can't even make it a close game when I know I can. Like, I can go toe-to-toe and still lose or win or whatever. And then I'm like, maybe I should go back to playing Tau, finish the circle, go back to where I started. And then Data Slate dropped. Marines no longer get their stuff. Tau, everything is now all of a sudden mad cheap. I had a Tau list that was 2,000 points that dropped to 1,500 after the app updated. I was like, well, okay then.
Yeah, I mean, the points drops were pretty good. I mean,
Votann were the same way.
I don't know if they're good enough to make things demonstrably better, but, like, I don't know, it seems like from the seems like from the results we've been seeing, it seems like things are working out a little better for a lot of factions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue. I mean, it's only a few weeks, but I mean, you can definitely see a difference, right? And maybe part of that can be explained by like a lot of top players like dropping out of Eldar because they're like, oh, here's the nurse coming. So, it's always the question of what are top players playing, right? Like, since they're the ones most likely to win an event. But the fact that I think the top 10s have a variety, like there's just a lot of different armies that are in there, even World Eaters, it shows like, oh shit, okay, maybe things have changed for the better, right? Like Eldar and Knights and Custodes aren't just so clearly better than everybody else that, good play, good matchups, luck on the table actually matters, right? And like, that's what you want, right? Like you want a healthy meta where, I think it's unrealistic to expect every codex to have a chance to win an event, but
right.
At least, having some, at least there's some variety in the top 10. So I think so far it's good. I mean, it obviously sucks if you're like a diehard Eldar player, but if you're a diehard Eldar player, you probably aren't playing the power builds just to win anyway, right? Because you just like playing with elves. So I still think Eldar are good, right? Like I just think they're not demonstrably better than everybody else anymore.
Yeah, they're still competing. It's just not the easy button it was previously. So, and Kara Quinn is saying Custodes barely won events.
Yeah, I mean they were good, but they weren't winning a bunch of events. They won the GW event though. They went to Tacoma, right? No,
okay, that doesn't count. And that was pre. Yeah. That was pre. That's pre nerf though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count, John.
You know what? What counts is what I say counts.
We'll see how Tampa is in a couple weeks.
Tampa?
Yeah, Tampa's on the 13th and 14th this month. 14th, 15th. 13th, 14th. 13th, 15th. It's in like 2 weeks. 2-3 weeks. No, 2 weeks. I leave for Mexico in 3 weeks. Yeah, Tampa's in a couple weeks. So
okay.
We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so... so not everyone at least on this show is excited about Codex Space Marines. They may not show a lot also because it's almost like maybe they figure everyone's going to buy Space Marines anyway.
Yeah.
Hubris.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not wrong.
They're absolutely not wrong.
Everybody is going to buy them no matter what, yes.
Yeah.
This is true. You speak only the truth.
Matter. So it may not matter how much they show, or I'm not going to say if the rules are good or not, but in terms of how much the rules, because I mean, Tyranids, you kind of have to, not a hard sell, but Tyranids, anything that's not like, I guess like the big three, which is Chaos, Space Marine, Eldar. I think at least Chaos, Space Marine, and Space Marine. Outside of those two, I think everything else might be not a hard sell, but you have to put more effort into getting those to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just from my experience, it's just like everybody has Space Marines because they come in every box set that you buy. Every box that they put out has Space Marines in it. So it's hard to get away from them. But yeah, I mean, I wish Close Combat was better because the Lightning Assault detachment rule is kind of cool. The Hammer of Wrath, which they brought back, is kind of cool. If you take a jump pack heavy army, so
yeah.
But we'll see, because they only show I think 2 of the detachment rules, because the only show is the Vanguard Spearhead one, which is basically the Raven Guard one, I believe.
Yeah, one of them is the fast-moving one, and one of them is focused on like your first company.
Yeah, -1 to hit. Well, it's -1 to hit outside of 12 inches, and you get the benefit of cover.
Not bad.
Not great.
Yeah, that's what Shadow Masters.
It just makes them more durable, but
I guess
again, it's their problem isn't going to be durability. It's going to be killing things.
Yeah, well, it seems like that's everybody's problem right now.
Not Eldar.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, because now they can't kill enough depending what they're playing against.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Especially if they go second. So again, pre-orders this Saturday. So be excited for that. I think that's the only thing. I think it's just all the Space Marine stuff up for pre-order. Because last week I think was Warcry. Nobody cares about that.
What? That's not very nice. People care, right?
No,
I
he
only
just
know
says
of one
that every
person,
time.
and he's on this show right now.
He only says that to not get a rise out of Danny because Danny won't give a rise ever.
I mean, no, but I do like Warcry, and Warcry is cool. But yeah, it's one of those things of like it's cool, but how many people actually play it? So it's like it may be cool, but it doesn't matter because there's not enough players. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Not played, I guess.
Yeah, this pre-order is all Space Marines and then the Space Wolf heads for Horus Heresy, basically. That's basically it, because it's all the kits from the new box set. So this is Space Marine weekend, so I get to save money.
Filthy chaos follower.
Joy Toy is putting out Lionel Johnson figure.
Yeah, I saw that. It's ridiculous.
I wonder how much
cool.
that's going to be.
I think that's cool.
Nobody asked for that.
Cool.
I think it's cool.
I don't know. The Joy Toy models are pretty cool, actually. I have
Yeah, they are.
No, I saw that line model and I was like, oh.
And you're like, he comes with, the helmet comes off and on.
I will never financially recover from this.
And the hood.
And the hood helmet. And the hood helmet.
And the hood. And the watchers in the dark.
I can only get so hard.
Gross.
Sounds like a personal problem to me, but okay.
Oh, dang.
Hey, as long as that's not more than 6 hours, he's fine.
Isn't it 5? I thought it was 5.
I don't know.
Well, actually,
I think
medication
it's
is
6.
so efficient now that they've upped the,
Up the time.
I don't know if I buy
Yeah.
that or not.
Sounds plausible.
Well, I get mine from a gas station, so. Thanks, healthcare system.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Could at least do the online, the hymns or whatever that
Yeah.
everybody over a certain age gets
man.
ads for.
My healthcare only lets me buy harms.
And goatweed pills.
It's 100% shark testosterone. Okay.
My healthcare is through the Archdiocese, so they send me everything that could possibly help me have children for free every month.
I believe that.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of, regular healthcare.
That makes sense. That totally makes sense.
So,
Honey, we got another melted box of chocolate-covered strawberries again.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
all right, well, so everybody order your Space Marines because you know you want to.
Everybody order Space Marines because Space Marines are Space Marines. Everybody order Space Marines.
Salamander Space Marines. Have you been watching Pariah Nexus? There's a salamander in there.
I know, no, I don't.
Okay.
He's a great salamander.
I mean, I'm sure
He's
he is because
amazing.
all salamanders are great. They are literally the best chapter.
He is my favorite, and if anything happens to him, I will kill everyone and then myself.
Well,
He's
all
a
right,
treasure.
so-
Actually, no. In all honesty, Pariah is like, I'm kind of gushing over it because at first I was like, all right, this is gonna be like decently cool. Like it's the quasi almost live action-ish thing like they did with the Tau one, and that ended up being a total piece of crap. Whatever. And it's gonna be it was another studio bought by GW, and they're gonna ruin the whole thing. And I started watching, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, the animation is basically the animation style from the original Pariah 8th
The announcement trailer.
Announcement. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's interesting is it's actually a continuation of that story.
Yeah.
Huh, cool.
So I really liked that they did that, where it's like, oh yeah, this animation we did to announce 8th edition? Well, here's the rest of that story. Spoiler alert, it ain't great. And the way they did Necrons in this made me just want to like buy all the Necrons. And then I was like, wait, I already have all the Necrons that are in John's closet.
It's true. They are all in my closet.
Yeah, I like the way they did the Necrons.
The Necrons are dope.
Yeah. Not enough to buy them, but still pretty cool. So that's on Warhammer TV. The new Blood Bowl has a vampire count Blood Bowl team. I saw that Jeff, for those that remember, Jeff is apparently going to play in the Blood Bowl team, in the Blood Bowl League at our local store. So seems cool. I haven't played the new version of Blood Bowl, so I'm not too familiar with it. But the league that's at the store just keeps on growing. So
yeah, they've got a lot. I mean, I'd play if I had someone had an army for me. I just don't have. I mean, even if it's only like 6 models, I think I have the Lizardmen team. I just don't want to build and paint anything else right now.
This is fair.
you can play Lizardmen.
I know. I just don't want to build and paint the team I have if I can find all the pieces.
Oh, it's not built and painted.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. I thought you had built and painted.
No.
Oh, I only have dwarves, I have dwarves, dark elves, humans, and Skaven.
Dwarves aren't bad. I like dwarves. Dwarves are funny.
are slow, but heavily armored. They can hit hard, but you're only going to score like 1 touchdown a turn. So the best you can do is
touchdown.
If you're lucky. They're not a very fast team. So.
I like my Blood Bowl like I like my actual football. Iron Curtain defense.
So you want dwarves.
7-3 scoring games. You know?
Nice.
So you want dwarves or chaos dwarves?
Oh,
Because
that sounds
have block. Almost the whole team has block. Bretonians are kind of annoying too. Because they have that's not block. What do they have? They have some weird skill that's I've played against it. It's fucking annoying. Norse are good also because they all have block, but they're lightly armored, so they get injured fairly quickly.
I always played as orcs. When I played in the online leagues.
Orcs and humans are the base teams because they're like good all-around teams.
And I had a bunch of people die. So
there is that. If you really want people to die, you play halflings or goblins, or even ogres with snotlings.
Huh.
Because I like throwing my players across the pitch. So
yes, I did
it's a lot of
enjoy
fun.
picking up and throwing
Yes.
the things.
Like we were telling Richard from our team about Blood Bowl because he was asking about it. It's a game that doesn't take itself seriously. So it's a good palate cleanser if you want something different than a competitive 40K or competitive AOS or just competitive
Competitive.
in general. If you're playing like a hardcore competitive scene,
Right.
no matter the game system, so it's pretty fun. So we have in 3 weeks we have a SoCal Open coming up. I mentioned on the Facebook page, the Frontline Gaming community page, that we will be using the Space Marine Codex.
What if it's broken, Adam?
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Oh, God.
I hope it is. I hope it's just stupid and dumb.
Because then we can make fun of Tom for not playing it at SoCal Open.
You don't think I'll pivot like a bitch? I absolutely will.
Well, let's see if I play Tom's Votan and just like lawnmower his Tau, if I can convince him to pilot my the Votan list I made.
A Votan list? Let's see.
I mean, I'll happily play Votan or Tau. I mean, I'm looking at Votan right now. Only thing I'm sad at, broke here Iron Master with his robot boys attached to a Hearthkin squad can't fit in a big old tanky. Makes me sad.
That's why. I'm thinking about cutting him just because like the +1 to hit is nice, but
it's true.
You know, and he also doesn't have like the lieutenant rule, so you can't put him in a call together for like deep strike in and just like something. Which I guess is good foresight, but yeah, it is what it is. I mean, they can be your home field. They can be your home field, like objective camper, right? Like in Foot Slog a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, oh, you alpha struck me and brought my big old tanky down a little bit. Just tweak it up. All right, there you go, buddy. You're
Yeah,
good.
basically.
You know,
KR
drive it
Quinn
out.
says to stick to Tau, Tom.
Okay.
And then
I
he's
like
making
the
fun of me
just-
because I
okay.
said pitch instead of field.
I mean, he's correct for making fun of you for that.
I mean, it's because I ref soccer, KR Quinn, and we just started the new season, so I've been in a lot of pain lately.
Pain. You don't know pain.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. Exercise. But yeah, so we're gearing up for that. I still have to look at the questions that were submitted, so hopefully I'll get to that tomorrow. People have been sending in conversions for the event. Danny will be with me that weekend, right, Danny?
So it's on the calendar, much to many people's chagrin that I'll actually be gone 2 weekends in a row, but that's how it goes.
That's indeed how it goes.
Tom will be there. Jeff will be there. No Alan, unfortunately.
Maybe. He said maybe.
Who, Alan?
Yeah. He said if
Is
Jeff's
there?
going, he might make a effort to come.
Oh my God, those two lovers.
Yeah. It's guy love. Guy love.
Oh, dang. Okay. I guess if that's what we're doing.
Well, I do want to see the new Alan since he lost weight. Should be interesting.
Yeah, good for him. He was working hard at it and stuff.
And things.
So looking forward to that. Like I said, the Space Marine Codex will be in effect because it does release about 2 weeks before lists are due, I believe. A week? No. I don't know. Anyway, in either case.
Anyways, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
What are you
It comes
doing
out-
around here?
2 weeks. It comes out. It pre-orders this Saturday and then delivers next Saturday.
What even
delivers on the
is
7th.
life? Who knows?
And list is due like a week and a half later. So
Oh, we still
All
do,
right, I should probably look at those.
We still do
At some
list
point.
submissions?
plenty of time to play test a list.
Do people still
Or just
insist that
watch
like
YouTube.
people try to check out lists too? Like, is that a
At
thing
the end
that
of day
people still
one,
want people to
depending
do?
who the undefeateds are, we should be checking those lists. So
No, you gotta
Check 'em
check all
twice.
the lists, every participant.
sure,
Yeah,
including the ones that dropped.
correct. Because you must.
So if you happen to be down at SoCal Open, make sure to say hi. Well, Danny and I work tirelessly to
Indeed.
make sure it runs
Tirelessly, indeed.
Quite
relatively
tireless.
smoothly.
I'm gonna see if I can build my son's big pig while I'm in between rounds of judging, when I'm like having my sit breaks.
I'm sure you can do it. I have faith in you.
Wait, which big pig? Not the new one, right?
No, the orc one. Yeah, I have one of those.
The one with the 3 guys on it?
Yep.
That's already out?
Yeah, came out this past weekend.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. It's Age of Sigmar, so I didn't pay attention.
Yeah, speaking of, I might do that league instead of the 40K league. This next one.
Oh, the AOS one.
Yeah, it's a little more. It's longer. It's a little more low key. Play with some orcs and just scoot around. Take a little break from 40K, especially because we're in like the judging season. So it's nice to like not have to worry about it the same way.
That's fair.
Quite honestly.
Well, this usually isn't too bad. It really heats up for me the beginning of the year, actually. Because it's since we don't have an event in December, it's LVO, then Cherokee, then I don't know if I'm going to Rocky Mountain. If not, I might go. I think they may have asked me to do Adepticon again. And then what's that? March? Nothing in April. I don't think, except our event. So then May is BAO, June is Atlantic City.
Wait, what event do we have?
Battle for Legs at the end of April.
Our event. That's okay. Never mind. I got it.
You with us, John?
No. I got it.
So
I'm fully aware
Whatever-
of
forever-
all things happening. I swear.
But you have a
Promise.
lot going on too right now. So
I do. That's fine.
so everybody be sure to when the event goes live, hopefully in the next week or two, They usually make it live about a week and a half before the event itself, so we still got a little bit of time. So make sure you upload your list. Make sure the day before the tournament starts, you check in, and make sure your army gets judged for paint that Saturday morning, because we are not paint judging on Sunday.
Yeah, plebs. Take that.
If you plan on going to LVO, the tickets are sold out. So if you do want to grab a ticket, make sure you get put on the wait list, or just keep an eye out for people wanting to sell their tickets, because that does happen as we get closer to LVO, especially when we pass the refund date.
LVO sold out.
People want. I'm not even asked. I didn't even ask how many they sold total. So, so be sure to keep an eye out for people wanting to exchange their ticket if they can't make it, because people will buy in June, and that's 6 months. A lot can happen in those 6 months. So
fair enough.
So, and again, be sure to get your models for approval. We'll probably have a separate link like before for model approval, because we do get a lot of those. But that won't ramp up until after SoCal Open.
Model approval, man. Y'all just,
I'll put you in charge of that.
Why don't y'all just use the actual models? Just saying. Y'all could use
because maybe they're not available.
Actual models.
What if they're not available, John?
Then don't use them. Too bad. Tough fucking luck, huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta say, fellas, these Votan kids are pretty nuts.
Votan kids.
I mean, my God. Just the number of things that could fit in a list. You seen this? You heard about this? I mean, this is something.
I've heard.
Is that why you're doing it again?
I mean,
yeah, you switching now, Tom?
I might be switching just as I'm switching again. I don't know.
Oh
Curse
me. And let's see how our game goes on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, no, I already know how it's gonna go. I can see this.
You can see the writing on the wall already.
My God.
Well, you have to play like the first turn going first and second. So you have to play two quick.
Ooh, that's a good idea. I'd like that.
Just to see how that alpha strike is.
I mean, I already know this list beats me on board control, like in 2 seconds. When you've got how many 40 to 50 dwarves running around.
Damn.
40 or 50. That seems like overkill.
Well, when you only have a codex with 9 models. Or 9
you only
kids.
need the one so you can throw them. I learned that from Lord of the Rings.
And Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Hey, you can throw people in Baldur's Gate?
You absolutely can. Improvise weapon. You just pick them up and fucking toss them. It's the greatest thing.
There's an achievement. There's an achievement for it. There's an achievement for it.
What the hell you say?
One of the best reviews I saw for Baldur's Gate was I was chasing a goblin, and so I threw a child at him and caused damage, and then beat him to death with a salami. This game is 10 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, that is a correct assessment.
That is actually something that can happen in this
game. I think the best one I saw was so I found a diseased body that's cursed and does damage to everyone around it. So I shoved it in a barrel and walked around with it and killed all of Baldur's Gate.
Yep.
Amazing. 10 of 10.
Yeah.
I get that reference.
That is,
10 of 10. Will Baldur again.
So we're a Baldur's Gate podcast now?
Apparently.
Basically.
I mean,
for now.
All right, what else?
Well,
40K has happened or is relevant to speak on?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, once SoCal's over, before you guys have to talk about LVO, we could just make ourselves a Baldur's Gate stream for just a couple Thursdays.
He's just saying it's all. He's just saying it's fun.
I'm fine with this. Can we all be Dark Urge?
I mean,
kind of intense.
We can't.
I mean, if
definitely.
If one of us always does the conversations, we don't have a choice.
That's true.
Well, but remember, anyone can initiate conversations, and we can all eavesdrop. So it's all about I'm going to talk to that person first.
Which would probably be John. John would run to everybody saying Dark Urge.
I mean,
Dark Urge.
If he's not killing companions.
Is there?
I'm a good dirge.
Is there? I don't understand what the problem with any of this is, honestly.
or killing teammates.
Okay, we had just saved, and I fully owned that and told you guys to go back immediately. I 100% owned that as soon as it happened, okay? Don't be like that.
You were just testing, right?
I was. Well, I'd never played before, and I wanted to see what... Can I just, like, kill anybody? And you know what? Turns out you can literally just kill anybody you want.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not just the men, but the women and the children, too.
Look, I'm an equal opportunity slayer.
Yeah, so... So yeah, I think that's where we're at with 40K right now, at least on a tournament level. Judging events, practicing, helping Tom practice, John missing every other Tuesday, and Tom missing the alternate Tuesday on that, it seems.
It's just busy.
No, we were there last week together.
Yeah, weren't all four of us at one point? Yeah?
We were all four there last week.
Yeah.
It's been like 3 months since that happened, but
Yeah,
we were there.
That's true, yeah.
Well, it's going to be another probably 3 months because I'll be gone for like 2 weeks.
yeah, I'm gonna miss a bunch of Tuesdays in October.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, me too. So
be careful,
there.
you know. Don't get angry when you leave the two white guys alone for too long. What happens, you know?
Yeah.
We're well aware.
Hey.
Hey, start a podcast.
So rude. This is true. You do start a podcast, yes.
No, you need 3. You need 3.
Need is a funny word.
The formula seems to be 3.
I'm entirely sure I need anyone but myself.
Oh my god.
Unless it's like one of those alpha male podcasts, in which case it's clearly just the one dude who's like, yeah, I have this, yeah, I'll be part of a podcast because he just wants to be part of something, and the other guy just wants to hear himself talk.
I mean, isn't that basically this podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
I mean,
Why are you calling out our own podcast like this, Tom?
Now I want to know who is what in this one.
Who's the original?
We can all agree where Tom is.
Who's
Yes,
the only
Tom's the
original
easy
member,
part.
Adam? There's only one original member here.
yeah.
Out of the original 3.
Yeah.
Well,
And also the
original
one
2.
who's constantly like, we've got to make sure to record. We need to record, guys. When are we recording?
That
This is true.
that is a trait of mine in general. Of like, if we're gonna do something, we
Yeah,
gotta
freaking do it.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
So
If we're gonna do something, we should
Okay.
just, do whatever.
Putts it.
We should do whatever.
just do it. So yes, we all know where Tom sits in this equation. So
I don't.
But, you don't know where.
Where does Tom sit in this equation?
I'm not answering that. But what I will tell you is we're going to get ready for the annual haiku contest.
You know, Tom, I don't care what anybody says. I like you.
I never
Thanks,
said
John.
I didn't like Tom.
No, it's just a classic. It's a classic Joe to
But I
like off evil someone.
At the time of this recording, it is the end of September, beginning of October. So we will be having our annual haiku contest.
Lame.
It could really be about anything. If anyone doesn't know what a haiku is, it's basically Japanese poetry, where it's 3 lines.
Literally
First
nobody
line is
asked
5
for this.
syllables.
I'm just saying.
Second line is 7 syllables. The last line is 5 syllables.
Literally nobody
Technically,
asked
it's
for this.
supposed to be in Japanese, but we do it in English. So
For
if you haven't
reasons
do it in
passing
Japanese,
understanding.
that we do it in English instead of
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah, man, we should be purists. I don't understand why we're not being purists about this.
What's incredible is that John is actually reading from his pre-written annual script he says every year. And it just so happens that every year he can say all of those words in a row at that cadence, and
Look,
it
man,
works.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just saying.
See, there you go. I
I
can see
believe
your
it.
eyes reading the script.
No, that's my eyes playing Baldur's Gate.
Dang. Nice setup.
And every year we have a theme, but you don't have to stick to the theme. This year's theme is to explain why John is not on the podcast as much anymore.
Okay.
So that is this year's thing.
Okay.
Just send the haiku to.
But doesn't everybody know the reason I'm not on the podcast as much anymore?
Probably, but that's never stopped us
aren't they
before
aware?
knowing the actual reason.
Okay. I mean, whatever you guys want to do. I'm not here to rain on anybody's parade.
You don't have to tell us your nightlife, John. It's fine.
It's a bit of an irony because generally speaking, our listeners really know something when you're on the episode to really hammer it in. And if you're not on the episode to hammer in while you're not on the episode, well then, I mean, there's reasonable for me. I don't know. I mean, I know and I still don't know.
I'm gonna press X for doubt.
That's LA Noire, not Baldur's Gate.
Oh, damn it. What's it in this game?
I don't think there is.
Attack.
Attack. Nice. Well, I'm about to throw fire at some spiders, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so reasons why John has not been on the show as much this year. Just send them to tfgradiopodcast@gmail.com, and that's from now until the end of the year. And then in the first episode of the new year, because we usually take December off right before Christmas, we will announce the winners, which will be voted upon by us, including John.
Say what?
And then we'll announce the prizes in the next episode.
I do that shit?
That's like
Yes, you judge. Did Tom just sigh?
I think he did. I think I broke him.
I mean, a little part of me did die.
Which I'm fine with. I'm fine with breaking Tom. We can do that.
So I gave a little bit of where we'll be at within the next few months, or at least where I'll be at. Tom again is going to SoCal. Tom, you going to LVO?
I still don't know yet. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Tom is.
Think harder.
Danny will be there. John will be at LVO.
Yes.
For the most part. If you look at our thumbnail or at the little chart Kicker put up, it shows who's going to be the judges there.
I get to be Adam's assistant.
And then after
Adam's assistant judge.
You get me coffee.
Yeah. That's fine. I'm not going to walk around though.
Huh.
Well, you have to. You have to walk around to go get me coffee.
True. Fair.
You guys are the worst.
Well, that's why I need an assistant. That's why I need two. That's why I have two assistants.
No, two of them.
Yeah. So, I think John, are you doing the Tampa event?
No. I am not.
Are you going to do Atlanta?
Yeah, you doing Atlanta?
I would like to, but I am not certain I can do it yet.
So you might see John. Who knows?
Yeah, I would like to.
But
I talked to like Brant about it when I was there at the other one, at Tacoma.
at Tacoma,
But yeah, it's just their schedules and such.
right?
It turns out like I'm a person who has things,
Who has things to do
which is unfortunate.
and responsibilities.
Yeah, I would prefer not to be a person with things to do.
Well, you just need to wait a few more years for that, and then it lessens greatly usually.
One can only hope.
As long as you don't get grandkids right away.
Oh, dude, are you fucking dude? What are you doing to me? What are you even doing? I need you to just not do that.
You're telling that to the wrong person. If you want to control that.
Dude, yeah, I know. This is true. So all true stories.
Again, Danny will be with me at SoCal, and then he'll be with me at LVO. I believe that's all for today. Don't forget to our sponsors, Hammerhead Games. Just go to hammerheadgames.net or check out the Shark Tank, where you can see all the fabulous stuff Tony has for sale. All the deals. He has literally a mountain of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that he posts sometimes.
He does literally post a mountain of things, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Then there's also Games at My Place, which is located Old Town Pasadena.
Downtown.
Technically, yes. You can check out their website, gamesatmyplace.com, but they're still building it out. Once they get that going, then you'll be able to order online from them, just like you did when they were Gamology Pasadena.
When they were what?
So check them out. When they were that other game store.
There you go.
And be sure to check out the Hobby Goblins at hobbygoblins.com. They make props, 40K props, and painting tips, things like that. So, and I believe Jacob from the Hobby Goblins will be at SoCal Open and at LVO. So he'll be helping with the paint judging for both those.
It's good times.
So, other than that, any last
requests?
I don't think we had any questions. There's no questions.
We probably didn't post soon enough to gather some.
I posted when I posted on our web thing, our Facebook page. So.
Nah, it's fine. Maybe we should Tom. We should film the bat rep of New Votan versus Tau.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be like a 5-minute game.
Yeah, well, we can film from both. Here's one. Tom goes first. Here's one. Danny goes first.
You turn it into, you do what all the pros do, and you turn the 5-minute game into a 35-minute video.
Oh my god!
No, I'm not editing all that.
Look, Danny just wants to be able to put up some savage beating on World Star, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm here to help him make that dream happen.
I think it's mostly the same, honestly, as I math it out in my head of whoever goes first actually is at the disadvantage because you can hide and mitigate a lot of, damage. Then then whoever went first has to kind of expose themselves. Second one comes in and starts blasting.
Whoa.
I think it really is a question of who gets to land the first punch, which isn't necessarily going first, right?
Not to mention which Tau do have an advantage with Ghost Keels and -1 to hit and Lone Operative. So even if you do get close enough.
I thought Ghost Keels don't have Lone Operative.
Mm-hmm, they do.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's part of the reason they're so good is because you can't.
That's why 6-Bike Scout and go boom.
Sure, you're still -1 to hit me, and then I come in and erase your bikes. Hopefully.
Maybe. Well, you know who's starting with grudge tokens.
I know. My poor Christ.
+1 to hit, so that stealth doesn't matter as much, and then +1 to wound, pretty good.
That is pretty good.
And sustain hits 3 or 2.
It's 2. My God.
Yeah.
It's 2. Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll have to do it. Maybe that'll be a fun thing to make and just put up real quick. Just something quick and dirty.
That's how it's going to feel.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. I don't think there's any too much. I am excited about the little baby drop pods that were announced.
Oh, for
Horus Heresy.
Horus Heresy for Epic.
I still need to build and paint that Tyranid Epic army so I can have my World Eaters.
Oh my God, Danny, you're killing me. Well, you have a lot going on too. Everyone has a lot going on. So
I do.
Adam, why are you giving him crap when that is probably your most likely avenue to play Horus Heresy?
Seriously, bro.
no, there's.
Stop gatekeeping your own.
John ain't gonna do shit. John Boy's not
Have
gonna
I ever
play.
claimed I was
I meant
gonna play?
I meant his brother. I meant his brother, John
My
Boy.
brother.
It's like,
No,
whoa,
my
dude.
brother has a bunch of tanks for Imperial
Out of
Guard,
left
so-
field.
When's the last time that motherfucker has played a tabletop game with you?
The last time
He's too
we
busy
played
fishing.
Was I think 8th edition.
Yeah, see?
He's too busy promoting
Fishing.
his son's football career.
Yeah.
Because his son, well, it's only the Frostsoft team, but his son's, I think, the best player on that team.
I mean,
And he likes hitting people, so.
These are all good things to have when you play football.
Yeah, I mean, he enjoys it. So. He got the last game. He took an interception back for a touchdown, and he took an onside kick back for a touchdown.
Nice.
Except they were both called back for penalties.
Oh,
In which my brother laughed the whole time because now he didn't have to pay him for those touchdowns.
amazing.
He pays him for touchdowns? Jeez.
Every time because he plays defense mostly.
All right.
Oh,
he
so his
pays
dad's
him.
got a. I could see that.
Yeah, it's
No,
That's
yeah.
probably healthy.
Yeah. I remember when my one of my oldest nephew was like, yeah, I really want to try football. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. And he's like, I was like, I'm like, you're kind of small, dude. Like, you got to accept, like, you're small. Maybe you can be a quarterback, maybe a wide receiver if you stay fast, but like, you're not very big. And he's like, oh no, I can do it. And I was like, you also have to kind of like hitting people and getting hit. He's like, what do you mean? It's like, if someone hits you, you kind of have to like it, right? Like it kind of has to get you going. Yeah. And he's like, what do you mean? And I just like picked him up and like slammed him. And I was like, how'd that feel? And he like popped up. He's like, can you do that again? But like, can I see if I could stop it? I was like, oh, okay, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years later, he won his first Muay Thai fight. So like, whatever. Like clearly built for it.
Whatever works,
Yeah, so he likes playing, but he's good. But my brother's afraid that he might be too good, and they might push him up to varsity. So
afraid.
At the high school level, that's fine. It's just, it comes to that point where once you get to college, it really becomes like the genetic lottery of like, are you big enough, fast enough, resilient enough to actually do this?
Yeah, he's only a freshman, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I remember somebody somewhere recounted the sheer number of, American youth football, not ASO, but like, American football, the number of kids that play, to the number of kids that end up playing high school, to the number of kids that end up playing college, to the total rosters of the NFL. Like, it is seriously incredibly difficult to make it into the NFL. Like, my God.
Or something like that.
It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. So if you make it to college, that's amazing. You can stop there if you want.
Except you don't get your pension after 5 years in the NFL or whatever you get.
Yeah, you get that and brain injuries. So
yeah. Hey, the trick is to be good enough to be second string or to be a long snapper.
Nice.
Long snapping is where the money is in football. One of the places, one of the hidden gems of you don't have to be too athletic or you just have to be perfect every single time.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
There you go.
Same with punters.
Yeah, kickers in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why they're usually the oldest guys in the league, because you can keep doing that until you're like 50.
Yeah, until you throw your leg muscles celebrating a field goal.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the Grammaticas, wasn't it?
I don't remember that, but
no, there was a kicker that threw out pulled one of his muscles because it went during the celebration of making a field goal.
Probably.
I think it was one of the Grammaticas. Because there were two brothers.
At that point, if that's how you pulled it, like that was just called. It was either now or next week. Like
probably. See, that's why you should play soccer. Because they're usually soccer players. Okay. Anyway, we're really off the track right now, so I guess we'll just call it here.
I think it's fine. I think we're fine.
You think it's fine?
I think we're fine. Yeah. I don't mind. Anybody mind?
Baldur's Gate, football.
Baldur's Gate is not off topic. I'm just saying. Not off topic.
Technically, it is. Technically.
I'm going to go ahead and say it's not.
It is. Until I get the 40k mod, then it's not.
Why would you want a 40k mod for this game?
Because then it's on topic. Why not? Why wouldn't I want to replace my bow with a bolter?
If I name my custom character Alfarius, then it is on topic.
Yeah, what if I name mine Vulcan? And have him wield a hammer all the time?
Look, that was okay when we were playing Mountain Blade, because it made sense. None of this, what you're talking about, makes sense.
Okay, so I did find, Damon in Act 2, when you're at Last Light Inn, the tiefling blacksmith.
Yeah.
He sells a hammer that does lightning damage if it's your bound weapon or your packed weapon, which I then discovered, if it is one of those things, just by rules of D&D, when you throw it, it automatically returns to your hand.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is Thor's hammer.
So you got Mjolnir?
And you can, but the thing is, it's like, if you're an Eldritch Knight, and I'm like, I want to be Eldritch Knight. What?
Yeah, because they have that power, the bound weapon.
Wait, but seriously, how do I become an Eldritch Knight?
You have to change your class.
So,
It's a
so
fighter
Tom was asking
subclass.
for help.
It's a fighter subclass.
Oh, damn it! I don't want to be
You
a
have to
fighter.
become a fighter.
Fighters are dope, so
I know
shut
they
your
are,
fucking mouth.
Man.
but I'm kind of like story crafting this thing here of like being an Oath of Vengeance paladin that.
Okay.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
Fluff Bunny.
And on that sad note,
Wow.
Seriously.
I'm allowed to RP and murder hobo if I want. Okay.
Those are rude, huh?
oh my god!
Look, I see people playing Baldur's Gate running around with mods that make them look like Thomas the Tank Engine and Pooh Bear. Like, good for them.
What?
Yes.
If you want to be crazy with this game, go for it. I am using this to supplant the fact that I don't play actual D&D enough.
Oh my god!
It's fair. It's very fair.
I just want to know how I can. There we go. Never mind, I got it.
Oh, were you just looking up the vids of all the Karlach and Shadowheart intimacy scenes?
No, I need Featherfall, and I couldn't find it. I needed to equip Featherfall, and I could not find it. So.
Oh shit!
There is apparently, if you get to the right relationship level with Karlach, she goes on a philosophical bent and figures out that she's in a video game.
Oh, they break a fourth
And
wall.
She totally breaks
really?
fourth wall. Yeah, she breaks fourth wall, and
That's
she's
funny.
like, "Don't you ever feel you're being controlled? Every little step, every action."
That's awesome.
Oh my god!
And then at one point, she actually like looks at the game camera.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, I gotta go find mods now for Baldur's Gate.
All right.
I have to go try.
I'll
and
talk to y'all
Thank you everybody
later.
for listening. Danny, any last words?
Play games, be nice to each other.
Famous last words.
Like
or just
always.
last words?
No, my famous last words will be
Yeah.
like, I'll see you in hell.
I'll see you in hell.
From heaven.
From hell's depths, I stab at thee. Oh shit. Tom, any words, pearls of wisdom?
Pivoting is a sign of a willingness to change and open mind and good strategy.
Oh my god, John can tell you about pivoting.
No, I abandon.
Look, I don't pivot, I abandon.
I abandon.
Okay? There's a clear difference.
One is very white 1950s dad of me, and the other one is not.
Hey kids, I'm just gonna go out and get some milk. I'll be back in about 10
I'm
minutes.
just gonna go pivot and get some cigarettes. I'll be back.
Oh god, okay. That was good. I like it. Oh boy.
So John, any last words for tonight?
Yeah, you're allowed to have as many Baldur's Gate starts as you want. You don't have to just play the
That's
one all the way
right.
through.
That's goddamn right.
You can have as many as
Yeah.
you'd like. It's
I
okay.
didn't know that was an issue.
It is for some people online who want to ruin other people's enjoyment and fun.
Oh,
And I don't like those people, so, you know,
I don't know why you call out Tom like that, but okay.
Tom's definitely not one of those people. I would imagine Tom's one of those people who
I
has
could
like 83 or 84 characters, but he will never admit it.
No, what it is. So my personal dark urge is to be that way, but I can't. I have forced myself to always finish what I start, and that is very difficult.
I mean, yeah, that sounds absolutely freaking terrible, bro. Why gotta try to finish things you start? It sounds.
Because I hate myself.
That sounds like the worst thing ever.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening. We'll see you hopefully in a couple weeks, right before SoCal Open. I think that's the next episode
Probably.
because I'll be gone for a couple weeks after that. So the next one after that won't be for like 3 weeks,
Where are you going?
unless you guys. Well, I'm going to Mexico for a wedding.
Are you pretending you got a life again?
You boys like Mexico.
Yes.
God, one of the greatest movies ever.
I love that movie so much.
Like, absolutely. If you don't get that reference, please look it up, find it, go watch that movie, and find some Jesus in your life, all right?
Hey,
My
Farva,
favorite's still
what's the name of that
are you
restaurant you
Mexican
like?
or Mexicant?
Wow.
Also, another amazing movie that, if you have not seen, don't get that reference, go find Jesus.
Mexican.
That's a scene with I think it's with Johnny Depp. And,
It's Johnny Depp. It's Once Upon a Time in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
And Danny Trejo.
No, Once Upon a Time in Mexico doesn't have Johnny Depp.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
That's the third. That's the third
It's the-
Desperado
Oh yeah,
movie.
yeah. The third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the third of the El Mariachi trilogy.
My
So
bad,
yes,
my
it
bad.
absolutely has Johnny Depp.
Yeah, it does. My bad.
Because he says the line.
Yeah.
He also has the best thing of like, you know what I do when I go to any restaurant? I order the carnitas poblano. These are so good. When we're done with this conversation, I'm going to go into the back and shoot the chef.
That's right. That's right. I forgot about that line. It's a great line.
Oh my god, I gotta watch that movie again. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening.